TPM Editor-in-Chief. It's a pleasure to have you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Are you excited to be part of the process?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I was a bit dubious, but yeah, I'm definitely up for it. I think the more we talk,
You'll be fine, mate.
the less of a moron I'm feeling. So
You'll be absolutely fine. And everybody says that when they come on, and they end up feeling at ease and just chatting for like an hour and a half. So you'll be absolutely fine. So we will follow the usual process. I'll run through some questions from TPM, and I've mixed in the questions from the community. And we will open it up at the end to anybody listening live to ask you any questions they have. So if you've got any juicy ones, make sure you jump on and put Jack on the spot.
nice, yeah.
But without further ado,
I appreciate that.
yeah, definitely. Hey, without further ado, let's get started. So the photo mode, let's start with that one. So how did working as editor-in-chief for the world's first virtual photography e-magazine come about? Talk us through your TPM journey thus far.
Well, Alex started TPM back in 2020, and that's UCO VP for anyone that's wondering. He started back in 2020, asked me to join in 2021, I believe, March time. And then Alex left the following year in 2022, and I've just kind of been going on since then, really. I really like the idea behind it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
What prompted him to bring you on board? What were you guys talking? Did you express an interest, or?
Yeah, he was. So when I first started on Instagram back in 2017, Gamergram was already there, and they're the original VP community. They've been going since 2014. So
yeah,
and he was in charge of Gamergram then, and I used to share my stuff all the time, and they were like a really big influence, just like a really big support, really, for anyone starting out. And then he left Gamergram, started TPM. So yeah, it just kind of just a friendship, and then it was like, yeah, jump on board. Why don't you head over to Gamergram for a bit? So I went to Gamergram, and then he invited me to TPM. So I was kind of working both on Gamergram and TPM at the same time for about a year, really.
Multitasking.
Pretty much, yeah.
Love it. And we've had a question from, I think it's the Epic Dude, the Epic Guy. I haven't written down his full name, which is a really bad mistake.
Epic Dude.
But he basically, yeah, that's it. That's the one. Sorry, dude. What part of working for TPM do you enjoy the most? What aspect of working?
It's pretty much interacting with everyone. I just wish I had more time to do it. I wish this was my job, that I could sit down and really like develop better relationships between, I don't know, myself / TPM and everyone else in the community. It'd be good.
Yeah, yeah.
But
it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of the house for like 12 hours a day, and then I've got a family, and then I've got TPM on top of it, and all the duties there. So it's a little bit hard, but that's definitely my favorite part, is interacting with everyone.
Definitely, and I think that's the hardest part of any community page, isn't it? And I think, for people who want to get involved in community pages or don't know what happens within a community page, it's a lot of work to keep on top of looking at all the posts, checking the hashtags.
Yeah,
if you're doing spotlights.
Exactly, man. Yeah, most people just think it is just like a like and a retweet and the occasional comment, but it is like trying to build a community, so to speak, by remembering people, getting used to their styles, and yes, it's a lot of work, but it is rewarding.
Exactly, it is rewarding, and we talk to other people about community pages, and it's all the same thing. We want to work with the community. We want to give back to the community, don't we? And when you got 7,400 or 500 and something, people,
7,500, which is quite
exactly. And if you think all of those people use the hashtag or tag us,
yeah,
that's a lot of work. So it'd be really good to be able to have more time, but as with everybody, we all have personal lives, don't we?
Exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly. I'd love for this to be a full-time job, but until one day, hopefully that does happen.
Hey, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. That leads on to our next question. What a perfect segue. So we know what we've heard about how you started with TPM. So what about I've lost my train of thought. You've thrown me now. So we've talked about your journey so far. There's currently the magazine, there's the Twitter community, there's the Spaces interviews with yours truly, the awesome host.
Yes, yes.
And this question was kind of echoed by Alex/Uko, and either he's getting used to my questions or he's getting all these questions. I'm just going to start taking them for everybody. Is where do you see TP as a brand or TPM going forward, leading to next? What's the next step? What's the 5-10 year kind of outlook? Where do you see it going next?
Honestly, man, I've got no idea. I've got so many ideas.
That's not the answer we wanted. That's not
I
the answer.
know, and I'm sorry that everyone's got to learn that I'm kind of winging it. But I've got so many ideas I would love to put forward. I suppose one of them is streaming through the photo mode, which is I'm kind of using my like bummish amateur streams that I do on Saturdays kind of as practice to kind of get good. So hopefully we could we could get some kind of sponsorship or income from the streams that can then go into the mag and hopefully be able to do like competitions and giveaways and just really give back to the community that way.
That'd be really cool, wouldn't it?
Really, I'm really. It'd be great to get some kind of like monetary flow, even if we're not taking anything ourselves. I'd rather get the everything sorted so we can do giveaways first and get exactly. Yeah, I don't really want.
And that's the thing. I suppose. Sorry, dude.
Oh, no, go carry on.
I was going to say, and I suppose that's the other thing for people on the outside of community pages and things is there's certain aspects of what it takes to run this magazine and put it together that does have a monetary value. So that's something which, when you're setting up a magazine or community, you're paying for those things. The end game is, like you've said, is growing that brand, bringing on things that do have a monetization to it if people want to, if they don't want to, which can then keep that flowing and growing, isn't it?
Exactly, man. Yeah, eventually, the mag can pay for itself, like the website hosting. That hopefully that can be paid for by some sort of sponsorship or, exactly. Yeah, doing all the tools that we use, everything like that. It would be that.
And that's with the whole streaming thing. I mean, on here we always ask the questions of people's process, what their go-to photo mode set, and some kind of not a learning platform, but something like when you see whether it's Saraki's videos, whether it's Ruben's, whether it's Troy's, these videos of where they're showing how they take a shot, something to, like with your stream, something to show how you do things. It's very easy to talk about it, but physically show someone how to do it, where that setting is, how to set that
Exactly,
up.
because I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but I'm a visual learner. If someone shows me how to do something, then it's a hell of a lot easier to go off and replicate and try and experiment with that than just a bit of text in a comment thread. So it's great to
Definitely.
it's definitely it's a great tool to and even then we could kind of have like maybe like guests on each week on the stream and they could kind of take over the stream. Oh, this is how I shoot this game, and like people like Troy, Shinobi, Ruben, whoever really. We could kind of just make it like a whole community event as opposed to just like the TPM team. So I'd never want like this elitist TPM thing. I want to kind of integrate the whole community into this thing.
Exactly. That's the thing is another part of the community page is nobody's in a community page to be elite, to be better than anybody else. We're here because we want to, get involved with everybody else. We are just people from the community like everybody else. We just work on a community page as well. There isn't an elitist part of it at all, is there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, Philip asked a good question as well. Is working for something like TPM, whether it's the magazine or the spaces or the communities, how do you go about organizing it? What themes we do, who to approach to be on the team, what direction to take it in, for example, the spaces interviews, that kind of thing. How do you go about organizing that? I mean, obviously I know, but for everybody listening.
Pretty much, man, like communication and just shooting ideas about. That's pretty much like the bottom line, because you're never gonna, if you keep all your ideas kind of bottled up inside, someone might have like a great extension to your idea. And exactly pretty much how all these spaces came about. I knew I wanted to do something with the spaces, but I knew I wasn't the right guy for it. And then obviously you got in contact with me, didn't you, Dave, saying you had like similar ideas and kind of like how to go about it kind of thing. And then it pretty much developed into what this is now.
Exactly. And,
about, and it was, yeah, it's just become, and hopefully in like a year's time, it will become something even better than what it is now. It's all about developing the ideas that you.
What are you trying to say?
Oh no, it's awesome now, but imagine what it's going to be.
I'm
like
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking, man. I'm winding you up. I'm winding you up. But no, I mean, exactly. And for the part of the question, which is like, how do you approach people to be on the Bond magazine? Just from my experience, is like you said, we had kind of like the same sort of vision on something. We just got talking. I don't think there's a selection process, is there? It's not like you go looking for certain people and trying to find people. It just happens, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was running it for probably about a year by myself, and then I was just getting swamped, and I needed some kind of help, and I put out like who wants to join the team. I think it was on my account, or I can't remember if it was on my account or TPM's. But within like 2 seconds, Cynthia was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it," and that was awesome because Cynthia's always been someone that I've always looked up to in the community, but I've never really gotten the chance to talk to, and we were kind of talking back and forth for a little while before that, and then yeah, she offered to help, and the rest is history, as they say.
Exactly, and that's the other thing. Like I was saying about the community pages, is interacting with people. Is we like leave comments on people's posts, or we might like something, but actually talking to people and getting to know them, pretty much like what this is, trying to get to know more about people, is getting to know people as a person rather than just a little icon on your screen that you like their pictures.
Sorry, say that last bit again. It cut out.
Yeah, no, just saying, getting to know people rather than just as an icon on your phone and liking their pictures, getting to know about the person.
Yeah, exactly, man. Otherwise, it's just a profile picture or a name that changes now and then.
Exactly. I mean, you would never have known before we started talking that I love a slow cooker.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to wait for comments from Bianca now. Anyway, that's enough about my slow cooker. So we've got another good question from Aaron, who basically says, how hard is it selecting shots for TPM, and how do you avoid being biased towards your favourite type of styles and bits and pieces?
Yeah. So the first part of that is pretty much whatever stands out. So even if it's a game I don't particularly like or enjoy, it's just if something stands out and catches your eye, like if you're hovering over it for more than during that 10 seconds, or if you keep going back to that shot, that's definitely something you're going to want to showcase. Or if you think like a shot is, if you come across something that's been up for like a couple of days but it's only got like 20 odd likes, and you think like, oh no, this definitely deserves more love. That kind of exposure. Yeah, that kind of focus. But it is hard trying not to pick the same kind of stuff. It's just you've always got to be conscious about picking different things. Everyone's got their own taste, haven't they? And I think we do a pretty good job of selecting like a wide variety of things. It's just always being conscious. We're not perfect, but yeah, just always being conscious of it, really.
Exactly, and I think we have, there's a good setup is obviously with the themes, with whoever the amount of people working on TPM, we split it, don't we? And we each make a pick.
Yeah.
Rather than just one person picking everything that goes in there, is like you said, it's a bit of a team effort. Nick runs the themes and bits and pieces, and asks everybody to dip in and have a look and see what stands out for them. So I think that adds that little bit of, if you get several people's perspective, you don't always get the same thing. You don't always get the same style.
Yeah, exactly. Because doing mine and your styles are different. Doing ours and Cynthia's and ours and Nick's, they're all doing. Everyone's got a different style, so it's definitely a good mash of team members. Really, kind of keeps everyone else in check, doesn't it?
Keeps us on our toes, doesn't it? Keeps us on our toes. So you mentioned briefly earlier, as well as working for TPM, you've worked for Gamergram,
Yes.
and you also started VP Inspired back in 2018.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's right, 2018, and then came onto Twitter in 2019.
Yeah, I think we were doing it on Twitter, but we were kind of just sharing the theme because we never wanted it to have like a base, like a home. We just wanted this idea to be out there in the community. Just there's a weekly theme,
So
quickly everyone get on it.
And it's, the questions like what drew you to working for and setting up the community accounts and your favorite part about being part of them. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit with obviously getting involved in the community in bits and pieces. Is there anything else that, that kind of drove you to do it?
Well, I think when we started VP Inspire, it's 2018. I'd only really been doing VP for a year, so it was a great way for me to grow as well, and kind of seeing all these weekly themes or all these people take part in these weekly themes every week. It was great to just be exposed to that amount of talent and just like a different variety of things. And it helped me grow and it inspired me a hell of a lot. So I think that's definitely one thing. But it's just we've got something special here, man. Like we're part of like a massive industry, like the gaming industry, but we're in such a niche little community. And to be here pretty much from the baby steps and watching it grow all the way. I mean, we're still in baby steps now, and that's something. It just needs to be nurtured, man, and shared everywhere. And I think that's definitely one thing.
Definitely.
That's kept me going with
And
it.
Exactly. And, you came on board, way back in 2018, 2019. I've only been doing this in 2021. And, I've seen how much it's grown. It's constantly evolving. And back in like when you had VP Inspired and bits and pieces, were there studios and devs as involved, or has that kind of progressed over time?
Yeah, really not that much. Yeah, back then it really because I started 2017 is when I started, the tail end of 2017, and devs really probably only got involved like 2020. They've always like been bits and bobs, but nothing like what it is now. I mean, you've got like Gorilla sharing like VP every week. You've got Insomniac sharing VP every week. You've got Naughty Dog sharing there. 5 years ago, that just wasn't happening.
Yeah,
but
onwards and upwards.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, God knows what they're going to be doing in a couple of years. I hope like more developers take note of what Ubisoft did with a contest where they're hosting it in an exhibition. I thought that was just awesome, getting people off the streets in and like, oh yeah, this is it. And look like what Mick from the Philokalist does with London Games Week. It's just there within the public. So
and that's the thing. As much as there's a big community for it here, and it's a growing community, the amount of people you speak to and they were like, "What? What's that? Are you not just playing a game?"
Yeah, like the amount. Yeah, like you fucking loser kind of thing, like taking pictures.
Yeah, they look at you like you're some like
exactly
15-year-old geek.
And then they see
like
a couple of shots and they're like, oh man, that's actually really fucking good.
Yeah,
a couple of work
the one I get. Like, carry on, mate.
Yeah, a couple of workmates. My mate Doggy from work, he was like, oh, it's a bit of a nerdy thing to do. It's like, no man, not really. So I just flicked up Twitter and just kind of scrolled through the feed, and his mind was blown with just like the amount of like awesome pictures that you'd see just scrolling past.
And I think that's all it takes, isn't it? Is just for people to actually visualize it, see it.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, London Games Week, where people could walk up to it and look at it and not know it's from a video game until they started looking and reading at it. Just get it out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, certain games, man, so realistic. You got like a Naughty Dog pushing it, and Gorilla with Horizon Forbidden West. It's extremely realistic.
And even like at the moment, because as you're probably aware, I've just started Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, yes.
That when you go into Scapes and you take the picture and you think that literally looks like a real photo. It looks like a real. I mean, I know Scapes is obviously a little bit different. They've got the predetermined locations where you can put your car in and everything.
Yeah, you've got.
But some of the pictures
they can afford to do that detail, isn't it? Because you're not physically wandering through, but it's still bloody impressive.
Exactly. You could show someone pictures from that and they'd easily think it was a real picture.
Oh, 100%, man.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. We touched on, like, when we're talking about VP Inspired, about themes and bits and pieces, and I just wanted to throw in an extra question which I haven't put on there for you to prepare for. What's your view on themes? Obviously, TPM do themes. We do a monthly theme. A lot of other community pages do themes. I know when you first start out as a VP, you always think the first thing you should do is like jump on every hashtag, do absolutely everything, and all that kind of thing. Then as you progress through your journey and start to get a bit more confident, you kind of do less and less themes, and then you hardly take part in things. Do you think themes are kind of getting a bit stale, or do you think they just need a bit of a shake up and a different
No,
take?
I think they're an awesome way to develop as an artist. It's just, I don't think they're getting stale at all. I mean, maybe like kind of like have a few harder themes kind of scattered in like now and then, but you got to think like people are joining the community every day, and it's a great place to start off. Like, oh, when we do architecture this week, it's just such a great place to start your journey. And like you said, when you like a couple of years in, you're kind of going off and doing your own thing, you're experimenting with your own ideas and stuff. But I definitely think it should definitely stay, no matter what. I don't think it's going to stale at all, especially with like what Gamergram just did with their GG 30. That's bloody awesome, man.
Definitely. I love that.
I
Love
wish
that
I
every
had
year.
time to take part in that, but I just don't play enough to actually be able to capture for every single day. It's fucking awesome what they're doing over there.
It is, and the variety. Think up 30 different themes.
Yeah.
To be out for virtual photographers to take without it just starting to get a little bit convoluted. It was brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely brilliant.
And then when you look at their past, because I think they've been doing it since 2019, and they've got a couple of the similar stuff in there. Doing like portraits will always be in there. That's a given, is it? Portraits and landscapes. But they've got loads of stuff like new ideas over the years. Same with I think Capture Collective. They're quite good with their themes as well. Yeah. Since pretty much since I started as well, they've Gamogram and Capture Collective have always been there sharing things, just stuff to get involved.
So long live the themes. That's what we're saying. Long live the themes.
I wouldn't be here. I don't think a lot of us would be here if it weren't for people sharing themes. It's just such a good way to practice.
It is, and like you said, about the practice and like learn about things. I mean, there's been themes around negative space and leading lines and all that kind of thing. If you don't have a photography background or an artistic background, you don't necessarily know what those things are. So to find out what they are and how you can implement them into your pictures is priceless, isn't it? That knowledge is priceless.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. How else are you going to learn?
Exactly.
Stumbling through it by yourself is going to be bloody horrible, but to stumble through it as part of a community, taking part in something like hundreds of other people are, sharing your ideas and taking your own unique steps towards that theme, it's an awesome thing to do, isn't it?
Exactly. And when the TPM learning streams get up, they can learn from there as well.
Oh, hopefully.
Let's do it. So we couldn't talk to you without speaking about Assassin's Creed.
I don't know what you're on about.
We know you're an Assassin's Creed fan, and don't worry, I'm not going to make any jokes about taking pictures of pots and pans and sand and all that sort of stuff.
At least
50. But you're obviously a big fan, and you've been involved in collaborations with the ones who came before, and the guest judge for Scholars of the Creed competition, and obviously as part of TPM, Falcon Swift's articles come in and get shared as well. What is it that you love about the AC franchise? And if you had to choose, which would be your favourite installment in the series? And Uko VP kind of had the same sort of question as well.
Yeah, so it's definitely not the combat like he says. But honestly, man, I'm a huge history nerd. Anything history, I will just consume. And it's awesome having a game, though it's not going to be 100% accurate and there's going to be artistic liberties. It's just great having the chance to wander through a world that existed a few hundred years or 1,000 to 2,000 years ago. It's an amazing to actually get that opportunity. I know they've got the Assassin's Creed storyline was pretty cool, and they've had some pretty cool characters, but it's definitely the worlds for me that make the games.
Exactly, and like you said, there's always going to be elements which are not realistic. Like the big giant gods and that in Origins and all that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
the worlds are always so richly realised, aren't
Exactly,
they?
man. Like, let's take Origins for example. Like, when the hell am I ever going to get the chance to climb the pyramid or go explore the tombs or ride the desert on a fucking camel? I'm never going to get that
I've just had
experience.
a real, you're not, and I've just had a really funny image of you climbing a
Oh, I
pyramid
might be
in Egypt.
out of breath on the third step. Yeah.
But you're right. You wouldn't have that chance. And I know all the games you play, whether they're historical or not, a lot of detail. But when you play the Assassin's Creed games, like if you're climbing up a building, like the decorating on it,
Yeah.
the brickwork and pillars and everything is so authentic, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. You've got all the architecture and stuff that goes into it, and that's another thing, man. Like you've got these games that are recreating like buildings and artwork that people built and worked on hundreds of years ago. So it's kind of they're like immortalized now within a digital form, and not just in the real world with a building standing 100 years later. It's just an awesome. It's every historian's dream to walk around a city or a time period that they absolutely adore, and we're never going to get that opportunity.
You should be you should be a historian rather than a painter.
Honestly, man, if someone wants to give me £500,000, I'll quit my day job and go back to university. If anyone's
And go and dig something up.
yeah, I'll be a historian or an archaeologist or just anything to do with history, really. Yeah, that'd be
I
fucking
love
awesome.
it. Love it. See, we're learning lots about you, Jack. You're a history nerd. Love it.
Huge history nerd.
Love it.
But to answer the second part, I would probably go with AC1, AC Brotherhood, AC3.
No, you can't choose more than one.
I got it, man. I can't do it to myself.
No, you've got to pick. You've got to pick. You've got to pick one. Come on.
I'll go with AC1 because it sparked a huge interest in history for me.
Love it. Love it. Are you not a fan of Connor, AC3?
Yeah, man, I fucking love AC3. It's probably my favourite time period in history. But, well, not really. I don't really like the Revolutionary War, just like 100 years before that. But AC1 sparked it all for me. Yeah, AC1 just... Yeah. Bought books and nerded out and documentaries.
So what are you... Obviously, the historical part of it is good for you. So, this probably ties in with Aaron's question on Twitter as well, is what are you looking forward to most about AC Mirage? Is it going back to that kind of setting?
Yeah, man.
That kind of thing?
Yeah, man. The Middle East is like rich in history, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's where civilization started, and there's so many cultures and beliefs and religions just kind of merging in that part of the world. It's definitely a great time period to learn. And we're in the golden age of Baghdad as well. So you've got like scientists and mathematicians and all sorts of great minds coming together. And hopefully they utilize that in the game. But we'll see. I'm mainly looking forward to the map. It looks beautiful, all the colors. I know it's probably a bit too much sand for you, Dave. But us sand lovers.
I don't mind sand.
Yeah, no, just sand.
I don't mind sand in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, no, hopefully, just kind of back to basics as well. The last three haven't, as much as I love Origins, it was a step in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen so far. Just hopefully hopefully
they'll carry it off.
Man.
And I think the good thing is for quite a few years, the AC community has been asking to go back to the roots, go back to what the games were about before, say, the trilogy, as it were.
Yeah.
And for a studio to take that on board to such an extent that they are doing that exact thing, it is what most people want.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it is Ubisoft after all, so we'll have to see how well they come through. But I'm quietly confident that they will do it.
As long as they have a photo mode and it's enhanced a bit from the last ones.
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which leads me nicely into a question from Gina on Twitter. So she's currently on her third attempt at completing Origins. And she says, how do you overcome the restrictive angle limit in Origins when taking portrait shots? Because that was one of the really annoying things about Origins photo mode. Are you still there, Jack?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You dropped out a little bit, mate.
Right, if you can hear me, can you hold on 2 seconds? My headphones just died.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll fill. So we're talking to Jack at the moment. He's already got excited about pots and pans and sand from Mirage. And in a second, we'll ask him a few questions about his VP style. And I might even ask him what his favourite historical moment is, now that we found out he's a bit of a historical nerd. Oh, am I still filling, Jack?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm still filling. So we're obviously going to do questions at the end of this from anybody listening. So if you have got a question for Jack, make sure you put in your speak request before the end of the interview, so we can get you on live to speak to him. The juicier, the better. We want to catch him off guard. We want to make him think. And we'll do that towards the end of the interview. We've got a few more bits on style for Jack. We want to find out what his go-to settings are in photo modes. We've also got some more questions coming through from the community. So each week we do put out the announcement of who is on, and where are we? Bear with me 1 second while I just get my dog to be quiet. 2 seconds.
Can you hear me?
Okay, sorry everyone, my dog started barking at the same time. We're having a great one, aren't we, Jack?
Jesus Christ.
We can edit this bit out, don't worry. Let's have a little silence, have a 1 2 second silence and I'll edit it out.
God, I was running around like a bloody lunatic.
There's the 2 second silence, we'll cut all that out. Love it.
Perfect.
Get on with it.
Thanks for bearing with me, everyone.
That's all right, buddy, that's all right. Where were we? So we've talked about AC Mirage. What I wanted to go to next is your VP style. So you've got quite a mixed style with shots that have a minimalistic approach that exude a lot of atmosphere and are a mix between landscape and long distance. Then you have kind of a still life style where you take pictures of pots and pans and bits and pieces and sand, and architecture. Is this mixed approach something that you work on intentionally, or is it where you just have a natural eye for things in the game you're playing and it depends on the game you're playing?
Yeah, pretty much the latter, man. I just, whatever catches my eye in game, it kind of caught my eye for a reason. So I try and capture that as best I can, really.
Yeah. So you don't go and plan. You just, whatever game you're playing, it's just if it catches your eye, if it looks good.
Exactly. Yeah, it's rare that I'll plan. There's only a couple of shots that I've really planned. That's kind of like photography in the real world, I suppose. Kind of doing think like you're wandering, I don't know, in a field or downtown with a camera, looking for subjects, and whatever captures your eye, you try and get a good picture of it, really. But I'm definitely drawn to bold shapes, bold lines, and landscapes, really.
Yeah, because you don't do a lot of, like, say, portraits or anything like that. Does that sort of thing not interest you?
Well, I used to do quite a few portraits when I first started, but I kind of then I kind of tried to do more minimalism and negative space, and then that kind of led to landscapes, and I've just kind of really been really happy with landscapes since then, to be honest.
Definitely. I absolutely love the shots you're taking of Ghost Recon Wildlands from a distance, where you look at this shot and then after a couple of seconds you're like, hang on, isn't that a bloke standing there with a gun or something right at the bottom, because you're that far away. It's so minimalistic.
Yeah, man. Ghost Recon is absolutely perfect for that.
They need to make another Ghost Recon game.
Hopefully there's one in the works, man. Ubisoft, they've announced a lot, but they haven't really announced anything for Ghost Recon, have they? Which is
Definitely not.
And
hopefully it'll be better than Breakpoint.
Yeah, Breakpoint was garbage time, man. Even the bloody fighter mode got a downgrade for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan. But that does lead us on to our next question. What would you say is your all-time favorite game to play and your favorite game to capture? Um, feel free to mention any games from Insomniac. We've got Aaron on. Wing wing.
Oh, nice. So to be honest, I would say uh for my um for my street photography urban stuff, Spider-Man is pretty much king, man. You can't really beat that. Especially with the settings and stuff. I like to play with light and shadows quite a lot. So the photo mode, the updated photo mode in Miles Morales and the remastered is yeah, it's a huge step up.
Gold
Uh, for,
standard. Gold standard.
yeah, man, for the urban stuff. Other than that, it's probably got to be Origins, of course. Red Dead Redemption 2 um, for capturing. So Origins and Red Dead 2 for capturing.
Yeah.
Just a general dicking about and just kind of chilled. There's a really cool city building game on Steam called Banished.
Yeah.
It's made by one guy, and it's probably one of the greatest city builders of all time. But it's just so relaxing, man. Just kind of like
Yeah.
build your little village up and that. And then we've got another game, I think it was on PS2.
Yeah.
My friend Charlotte from Lunar Femmes, she she introduced me to this game years ago in college called We Love Katamari.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's fucking awesome. It's just back when I was getting high and stuff, it was just an awesome game to get high to. And just kind of you kind of like start off at like a tiny ball and you're kind of rolling up like bugs and stuff. And then 5 minutes later, you're rolling up cars, and 10 minutes later, you're rolling up like entire streets and stuff. It's just really fucking cool. And
That does sound like a really cool game. If you're getting
yeah,
high, that would really play
honestly,
over your
yeah,
head.
it's insane. But yeah, no, it's a really fun game.
Yeah. Oh, bless you, bless you. So we've mentioned already about your style, and we'll touch in a minute on the tools you use and how you capture your pictures. But we've got a little question in the middle that's starting to be my favourite question of the interviews. You know, I'm a foodie. You know, I love my food. What is your go-to food? What's your favourite food? What do you like to chow down on?
To be honest, man, I'm gonna be a fat boy and go for a fat, juicy fry up or some spare ribs. My father-in-law, he used to be a chef for about 30 years, and he does the best ribs you can ever imagine. And I'll probably go
Oh,
with those, man. Yeah,
what's
just
his secret?
I honestly could not tell you. Yeah, could not tell you. But yeah, he used to live in France for a while, and he was a chef over there. And yeah, we went over to Canada because he lives in Canada now. We went
Yeah.
over, I think it's 2017. God damn, I'm still having dreams about him now. Do you know what I mean? It's been like 6 years. Absolutely amazing.
I like the fact that you have dreams about ribs. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I can just picture you waking up with your mouth salivating, like
Oh,
dreaming about ribs in the middle of the night.
definitely. If you
Bless
taste
it. No,
them,
ribs are good. Ribs are good. And fry ups are good too.
yeah, I love fry ups, man. Yeah, nothing really fancy, man. I'm more of like a homely foodie, really.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing too out there. Nothing too exotic.
No, exactly. Yeah, I'm just a boring British person, really.
Is that why you don't post a lot on our food porn group?
Well, yeah, and to be fair, I'm a bit of a fat git, so like I said the other day, but do you know what I mean? By the time I remember, I've already scoffed it down my down my throat. So
So,
yeah,
so for anybody listening, that we've got a couple of, well, probably about 4 or 5 of us. They've got a food porn group where we just send each other pictures of our food. Oh dear, it's lovely. There's lots of pictures of poached eggs, isn't there, on that one?
yeah, loads of poached eggs one.
I love a poachy. Anyway, we're digressing. Let's get back to VP. So back to VP then. You said you're more you go into a game, you take pictures of what catches your eye rather than plan things. So
Yeah, pots and
you
pans
take
and stuff.
pots and pans and stuff and
Yeah.
sand. That's what we like. Are you a post shot editor? Do you edit your shots, or do you just use the tools that are available in the PM in the game?
I'll mess around with the stuff in the game. The only thing I won't really do that with is Red Dead Redemption because the filters are trash. The depth of field is all janky and it's just not very good. So I'll tend to edit them quite a bit. But really, whatever shot, if I think a shot needs it, I'll edit it.
Yeah.
It's probably like a 50-50 mix, really.
So you playing Red Dead on your console or on your PC?
Oh man, I wish on my PC. I'm playing on my PS5.
Oh yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of those games where everybody loves it, everybody goes on about it, and I've tried probably about 5 times to play it, get into it, because I just love the shots I see of it. And then I try taking shots in it, and the silly like Vignetti or however you say it,
Vignette, yeah.
it automatically has it on there, and you can't take it off. And then, yeah, like you said, the filters, there's probably 1 or 2 filters that I'd use.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't get on with it. It's one of those games I really want to be able to play, love it, take brilliant shots of it. But
Exactly.
yeah,
Like, you really need like camera tools that take away all that garbage. And so you can actually like capture it raw, because it is an absolute pain in the ass sometimes. I think it depends on like time of day and what part of the map you're in, really.
yeah. See, I do get jealous of camera tools for PC players, but then I've watched a couple of streams recently where people are taking pictures with camera tools, and it takes like 45 minutes to take a shot.
Yeah, well, we spoke about last
We
Saturday,
did,
wasn't
didn't
it? We both shared the memory of Ruben raging at his computer.
we? Yeah.
He's fucking bitching out at the camera tools, which I don't bloody blame him at all, because they're an absolute pain in the ass.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the results that you can get from camera tools is brilliant.
Oh yeah,
But when
yeah,
you're like a dad gamer like we are, when
yeah,
you're playing your game while your wife's watching a trashy soap opera for an hour,
yeah.
and you're trying to play a game, get into the story, and take photos, I haven't got 45 minutes to be sat there trying to get the perfect shot.
Exactly. I mean, you've got like 45 minutes a week, if you're lucky, really. I've kind of put it all aside, and now I've started streaming. I've kind of saved it all for the weekend, so I can just stream for 3 hours.
But then that's like, I know we were talking about the Spider-Man Photomode just now, and we're not just talking about this because Aaron's on, but we are kind of, but the amount you can do with that photo mode in a quick time. So if you want to jump in, you want to snap a cool shot of Spider-Man, you've got all these settings, you've got the lighting, you've got all that sort of stuff. It's so easy to do and user friendly that I can get on with. Camera tools where you're going in and out of screens and flicking between this and flicking between that, yeah, I'd lose interest.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think that's pretty much like my whole argument against, well, not against, but with console and PC anyway. Is like a console is you press one button on your remote on your controller, it turns on, and then you press X to go into the game, and boom, you're in.
Yeah.
With PC, it just seems like just unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying and tedious sometimes. But then again, I've never had a super duper PC.
No.
So maybe I'm chatting shit, and the greatest PCs of all time could be just as easy as consoles.
Well, we've got Koala on in a couple of weeks, and he's a PC shooter. So we'll ask him. We'll ask him. I mean, if we don't get the graphical fidelity on PC with a photo mode from a console, definitely that's the marriage made in heaven. Marriage made in heaven. So, next question: what is your go-to settings when you go into a PM? So, no matter what game you're playing, no matter what photo mode it has, what's your go-to settings? What do you go to first?
It'd be depth of field. I'll kind of flick through the filter. Like if I'm in Origins, I'll use like 2 or 3 filters. And then, anything that I can kind of up the shadow, like so contrast, light, exposure, that kind of thing. That's pretty much it, man.
So do you have any other, I mean, Steffi's asked this on Twitter, do you have any other like techniques for your shots or any guides or tips that you swear by, or is it literally just you go in?
Honestly, man, like, I wing it. So I like,
I love that.
I really like playing with light. Like I feel like if you get the lighting spot on, then you're kind of forgiven for all your other mishaps in the rest of the picture, I think.
Yeah.
Who else asked? Someone else asked.
Yes. Leroy. So Leroy's asked about it as well. So
yeah.
so when you're setting up your shot, do you take into account like photo composition rules, like rule of thirds, diagonal, golden ratio, or do you wing it with what you think looks good? And I think we've learned that you wing it.
Wing it, man. Yeah, I mean, the rules are there. It's more of a guide, isn't it? So you don't have to. If it looks better, so just trust your gut. You know if something looks right. You know if something's to your taste, and you know if you can do a bit better. So you just take doing a bit more time on that shot, or maybe you need to move a couple of things and or come back at a different time of day if it's certain games that haven't got if you can't change the time of day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just you use them more as guides. But yeah, I do stick to rule of thirds. That is probably something I stick to most.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, man, I'm embarrassed to say I mainly wing it.
Mate, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there are a lot of photography rules and bits and pieces that can be transposed over to virtual photography. But if you don't have a photography background and you don't know these things, it is down to, does that look good? Do I like it? Do I want to capture it? And in my mind, that's not winging it. That's what catches your eye.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like everything, the knowledge after, like doing wing it, and then you'll pick up the knowledge over the years. So like, I've been winging it this way, but I'm actually doing this, this technical term, or however you'd want to put it.
Exactly, and even from an editing perspective, I think I've used countless apps for editing, post-editing my shots, and I've done it the same way for so long. And it wasn't until I interviewed Sarah and she was talking about Lightroom presets and bits and pieces that I started playing around with Lightroom, and now I can't get out of Lightroom. So it's not necessarily winging it. You work with the tools you've got or the vision you've got, and you pick up that knowledge on the way. You learn on the way. If you want to implement that, great. If you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fine. Yeah, Lightroom's awesome though, man. Like touching on Lightroom. I don't use it as much as I should do. But yeah, it's a great little tool. Especially like on your phone. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, all of my shots I edit on my phone anyway. I don't edit them on PC at all. And I just find that I always used to use Snapseed, which again is a good app. Other apps are available. But I just found that when you change something on Snapseed, it's so aggressive with the change. I know it's got a slider and you can do it a lot of that kind of thing, but it always kind of had an aggressive effect on the photo. Whereas with Lightroom, it's a lot more sensitive.
Yeah, it's definitely like a smoother transition, isn't it? Like I find myself like on Snapseed where was it like it goes up in number like 1 to like 100, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And like the one from the jump from 1 to 5 on certain things is so drastic. So
exactly.
Halves.
So we've talked about obviously bringing over photography rules and bits and pieces like that. Turid has asked on Twitter. Apologies if that's not how you pronounce your name. Is there a spot you keep returning to in a game to take your shots? We all have these really favourite shots we have that we absolutely love, or a style we absolutely love. Do you find yourself returning to these games or a certain game to take the same sort of shot, or is it?
I try, not to take the same sort of shot, but to kind of capture the same subject in a different way. I'd say Ghost Recon Wildlands, you've got the Salt Lakes. That's awesome for like minimalism and negative space. That's just doing, you've got helicopters flying over, doing car wrecks, and you've got all sorts of stuff. And then you've got obviously the pyramids and origins I'll try and capture in many different ways. And then there's, I can't remember the name. Hopefully someone from New York in the comments can let me know. But there's the bridge or some walk or something in New York.
I knew you were going to say that.
Honestly, man, I've gone back and I've captured that so many times in so many different ways. That's probably my favorite. But again, it's because I'm drawn to lines, shapes, and shadows. And that ticks all three.
We need to get Ken or Barry to find out where that is. They'll know where that is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, my boy Ken will definitely know, man. Barry should definitely know as well. I honestly can't remember the bloody name of it.
But no, mate, it's an awesome image, and there are nobody ever goes back in to copy a shot, do they? But like you said, to capture the same essence or
Just
try and
improve it,
capture a
really,
different look.
isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, what games releasing this year are you most looking forward to? From a playing and capturing perspective, what's on your list?
So I'll go with Banishers. I bloody pray to God that's got a fighter mode, but they've never included a fighter mode in their previous games, so I'm not holding my breath.
Maybe we need to talk to them.
Oh, 100%, man. I was thinking about like kind of logging on to Focal Point and kind of tapping them up, like nudging them a bit.
So for everybody who's listening who doesn't understand what we're on about, me and Jack are like playing around with a little idea called Focal Point Photo Mode Advisors, which basically the aim of it is to try and get more, whether it's small or large studios to implement photo modes, to give them advice from a virtual photographer's point of view. We're just floating it out there, seeing how it goes, but we're trying to help. We're targeting the indie sector to start off, aren't we? To just try and help and advise and just try and get photo modes in more games.
Yeah, exactly. And even games with photo modes, but better photo modes.
Exactly.
So hopefully, yeah, it's something we can bit of friendly competition with Shinobi, really.
Exactly. No, mate, I interrupted. Carry on. So what's in the list?
So what did I say? Banishers,
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2,
obviously.
Avatar. It basically looks like Far Cry, but on Avatar. And Mirage, really. I can't really think of anything else that's coming out this year off the top of my head.
The thing is, I think there's so many games coming out or have come out this year that you can't buy them all, can you? That's the thing.
Oh no, man. You're looking at like a couple £100 just those four.
I know. I keep telling myself I can't buy a new game, and then what happens? I buy Final Fantasy 16. What happens? I buy Gran Turismo 7. I've got to stop. I've got to stop spending money on video games. But no, definitely those ones sound really. And there's another one coming out. I think it's in August. Is it Atlas Fallen or something like that? I think it's Atlas Fallen. That's based somewhere sandy, so you'll like that.
Oh, I haven't. I'll have to have a look, man. I've heard the name, but I haven't. I don't think I've seen anything on it.
Yeah, Google it, mate, because I think it's coming out on the 10th of August, from what I understand. But that looked quite good in like the early gameplay and bits and pieces. I think it's had a delay to fine tune it, but yeah, that looks good as well. But definitely Spider-Man 2, Mirage, Banishers I've not seen too much about, but yeah.
That's set in 1600s American frontier, so I was going to be all over that naturally.
Like you historical, you're on it, you're there,
Yeah.
you've
So
got it.
it looks quite good though. I think it's from the same guys that did Vampire and is it Life is Strange?
Oh
Don't
yeah,
Nod.
okay.
Yeah, Don't Nod. So they've never put a photo mode in their games.
We need to have
But
those conversations.
yeah, but I think it's published by Focus Entertainment, and they obviously have a lot
Yeah,
of photo mode. Or they publish a lot of games with a lot of photo modes. So
they do,
fingers
don't they?
crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. They can give them a nudge.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look. So we've talked about what games you're looking forward to. So Turid on Twitter has also asked, who is your favourite video game character? Whether you've got one which you currently is your favourite or your favourite of all time. Who's your favourite protagonist?
I'm probably going to go with John Marsden or Arthur Morgan, and then Bayek from Origins, really. And I think probably because just the voice actors do a bloody awesome job.
Oh, definitely. The voice I think we've had this conversation as well. Voice actors nowadays, I think, because there's more mocap involved in things, they kind of can act it more rather than just standing in front of a microphone. And yeah, The Last of Us and things like that, and whether it's Spider-Man or whether it's Final Fantasy 16 and bits and pieces, is the voice acting is phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. And they are the character as opposed to lending their voice to the character.
Exactly, and
It
that
makes a huge difference in their dedication. Well, not their dedication. I'm sure they're dedicated anyway, but it just you can definitely tell a difference.
definitely. Okay, so what I wanted to touch on as well is we obviously know you like Assassin's Creed games, which are made by Ubisoft. So I wanted to touch on your involvement with Ubisoft is, so you're recently, or not so recently, you're invited to the official Ubisoft UK community as their first virtual photographer. So how did that come about? And tell us a little bit about your experience with Ubisoft so far.
Honestly, man, I don't even know how that came about. It was so Marcus, someone at Ubisoft, Marcus Baker, reached out to me last year, and he did it in a really cruel way, but in a really funny way. Looking back, he messaged me at about 3 o'clock on a Friday, got me all hyped up and excited, and it was like, anyway, I'm leaving early today. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you Monday. So he just left me in the lurch for the whole weekend. Talking about like kind of getting involved with Skull and Bones and a couple of things there, but that didn't really pan out, and it kind of developed into joining their official community as a content creator, really, alongside like streamers and cosplayers and the guys from the ones who came before, all that kind of thing. And yeah, as their first virtual photographer, which is a pretty good step as well. Because I don't think anyone even like the USA community, I don't think they've got any virtual photographers.
So what's the benefit of being in that content community? You know, do you get early access? Do you, whether it's events and bits and pieces?
Honestly, man, like I'm too scared to ask because I don't want to put my foot in it. like make with the goodies kind of thing. I just don't want to poke. I don't want to rattle the cage too much.
Yeah.
But I got invited to an awesome party. I think it was in January, February.
Yeah.
That was up at oh fuck, what was it called? Up at a gaming bar up in London. Platform gaming bar in London.
Yeah.
And that was fucking awesome, man. I didn't even know places like that existed. You kind of walk in, you've got like PlayStation and Xboxes to your right, you've got the old like SNES consoles to your left, you've got a shit ton of PCs further to your left. They had like an open bar, you could kind of order pizza and booze and kind of like everyone. It was like a community awards. But at this point, I hadn't joined it. They just invited me along before they officially invited me to join.
Yeah,
it was awesome, man. So you had like artists like Lisa Zarman. She draws like loads of characters from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
she was there winning awards. A bunch of streamers like Mavito. He was there. Yeah, there was just loads of people there, man. They all got like awards from Ubisoft. And it was great to meet other people who shared the same interests.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's stuff like that. Even if nothing else happens, I was glad I was there for that. It was fucking awesome.
Man, it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. Hopefully there'll be more parties to go to.
Yeah, no, fingers crossed.
And if you ever get a +1, just saying.
Well, I've got to offer it to my missus first. I don't want her to kick me out. But other than that, mate, you'll be my next one.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
No, I can give you that one. Your wife's a little bit more important than me. Just. So this is a warning for everybody listening. So we've probably got 2 or 3 questions left, and then we're going to open it to the live listeners if they've got any questions for Jack live. So if you have got a question for Jack live, put in a speak request, and when we come to those live questions, I'll approve your request, and we'll get you on and you can talk to Jack. So Ubisoft as well kind of ties in the next question, because you've placed in the top 20 on 2 VP competitions, one for Control and one for Ubisoft. Do you take specific shots for the competitions, or do you trawl through your archives and pick like your favorite shots and bits and pieces? How do you go about submitting for a VP competition?
All depends on because I think some competitions have like it has to be a brand new shot. It can't have been shared anywhere else before that. I'm not too sure how they police that, but that's rare that they do that. But I'll probably just go through the archives if it's a specific theme, because otherwise you're just going to drive yourself crazy. Try to dive into a game that grabs something for a competition that only lasts a week, because nothing's ever going to be good enough in that week, is it? You're always going to be doubting yourself. Exactly,
and if you're going in to take a picture for a reason like that, you're never going to be happy with the results.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you might as well take something that you already really love and enter that into the contest, and do that instead.
Do you ever take a shot from your archives and just submit it in every competition that comes out? So you don't, you have a favorite shot. You just want to get out there all the time. So you always use that same shot for competitions.
No, but I have shots that I share regularly if I run out of stuff to post.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the same. I don't know, 10, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done the same with my Gamora shot yesterday. I think it was yesterday or today. I
Yeah,
love that.
I saw
I
you
love it.
post it on Threads as well.
Oh,
And
mate, threads.
yeah,
Threads. I love. Yeah, I love threads. I love threads. But yeah, but I think I took that picture like 2, 3 years ago, and I love it so much. I just keep having to share it. Just get it out there.
it's awesome, man. It's an awesome shot.
One of these days, we'll get the exposure. One of these days, when people aren't bored of looking at it.
That's the thing. I always find like the ones that you love the most never do as well as you think. It's like with competitions. It's never the ones that. So for the Ubisoft stuff, the one that won was my least favorite of the bunch.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. Like, I was really happy. I was like, man, but why didn't they get picked? But
yeah,
yeah, no, it's always the ones that you least expect.
it
That
is, and it's that funny feeling, isn't it? Is that we all want the numbers, and then we all kind of think, I'm just doing what I love. I don't care about the numbers. But when you really, really love a shot, like I love this Gamora shot, and it doesn't get as much, engagement as like, say, a picture of Clive from Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
It cuts me deep, man. It cuts me deep. But regardless, I still love the shot. Still love the shot.
Yeah, that's what matters, man. It's just having that love for it yourself.
Exactly, exactly. So we've talked about VP. Infinite Without Fulfillment on Twitter wants to know what other hobbies you have beside gaming and taking captures. What else floats your boat apart from history? Because we've already found out you absolutely love history. What else? What else floats your boat on the outside world, man?
I love cycling. Yeah, I absolutely love cycling. I like photography. I'm trying to get into it more, but I just don't have enough time to wander the woods and parks and stuff. Um,
Yeah,
to actually take part in it. But yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty boring person, man. I really
you're
haven't
not
got that much.
boring.
Yeah, like just history, cycling,
So
photography. Again, if I had more time, I'd pick up guitar again and I'd start drawing again.
yeah,
But I've just got other stuff that just take priority over those things, really.
it's parent life, isn't it, mate? Parent life. When you got
Yeah,
kids, it just
pretty much.
takes over. So with the cycling, do you go cycling or do you like watching cycling?
Oh man, who the hell watches cycling? Who likes
Well,
who likes
well, some
watching?
people do. The Tour de France is on, isn't it? Lots of
Oh
people
man,
watch that.
oh fuck, I don't know how they do it, man. It sounds so fucking boring. But no, I like cycling. So I live in Hastings, and there's a like a country park that stretches from Hastings to Fairlight, which is I don't know a couple of miles away.
Yeah.
But I bike up that way because that's got some awesome views, cliffs over the sea, and it's just a great ride. It's nice and easy, and it's great views. You know what I mean? You're rewarded with great views at the end. So that's pretty much the
What more could you
why I
want?
cycle.
Exercise, making yourself healthy, and awesome views.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, what
Love it.
more do you want?
Exactly. Some ribs, apparently, according to your earlier answer.
Oh, 100%. That'd be fucking lovely, mate.
Oh, imagine that. You go out cycling, you get yourself healthy, you get all those views, and then at the end of it, you've got a big plate full of those ribs that you like.
Oh man, earn those ribs, mate.
Let's not start talking about food again.
Yeah, no, no, no,
Honestly.
don't. I
I've
snack
got,
at dinner, man. My gut'll be rumbling.
oh, mate, I've got my butter chicken in the slow cooker behind me, and it smells awesome.
Oh, that's just torture, dude.
I sound well old talking about my slow cooker.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. So we have come to our last question, and it's an oldie but a goldie. What tips do you have for anybody starting out in VP that you would like to impart on them, or anything to avoid? Whether it's tips to progress or tips to things not to do, or what would you say to someone, or say to Jack if he was fresh out and starting his VP?
Pretty much, I'm gonna reiterate what everyone else has said, man. Like, enjoy it and don't focus on the numbers. Surround yourself with people that inspire you, and do you know what I mean, like, take part in themes that I've already said, and develop as an artist. And don't be discouraged from the numbers. The algorithm sucks, man. And it's going to suck whether you moan about it or not. So you might as well be happy with the shot that you post and appreciate the interaction that it does get, than moan about the interaction that it doesn't get.
Exactly. So socials are always going to be socials. It's always going to be the same. You could get 1,000 likes from bots or people that you never speak to.
Exactly.
You could get 10 likes from people that you look up to or from studios.
Exactly, man. And they're predatory apps at the end of the day. They prey on your need to get that dopamine hit, to be accepted and praised and stuff like that. So it's just being aware of that. And if you need to step away for a week or a month or two, then do that.
Exactly.
Just make sure you enjoy it first. Take pictures because you enjoy taking pictures. Don't take pictures because you enjoy the popularity it brings online. It doesn't, because it's never going to work out, because you're always going to be wanting more.
It doesn't, and it is just unfortunately, that one of the things that comes with socials is how it affects your mental health, isn't it? If you're constantly asking or wanting likes and you don't get those likes, it can have a very negative effect. So do what you love because you love it.
Yeah, I'm not ripping on anyone that is being affected right now, because that was me, man. Like, once upon a time, I started on Instagram and I was getting like 20 likes a post for years. And same with Twitter. I've only really started getting above 100 likes a post this past year on Twitter. Everything else was kind of like between 20 and 50. So I never really, but it's do it because you enjoy it, and do it because you want to develop and learn and just experiment with stuff.
Exactly. And the important thing as well, to be part of the community, because this is a great community, a really great community. Make friends, chat to people, ask for help, ask to learn things.
Yeah, take part and then just kind of build up a community around you of people that you like and look up to, and just share ideas, really. Also, before it all goes, I didn't answer Gina's question because my bloody headphones cut out.
You didn't ask Gina's question. So Gina's question was, she's on her third attempt of completing Origins. How do you overcome the restrictive angle limit when taking portrait shots?
So tut for not completing Origins yet, but I have it. Yeah, it's I find Discovery Tours the best place to get portraits of different characters, because obviously you can play as Bayek, Arya, Cleopatra, whoever you want in the Discovery, and it's just you have way more opportunities, and you can take them anywhere in the map, so you have way more places to capture the.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah. So if you go into that mode, you can play as Bayek, Arya, Camus. You can play as a bunch of people, man. I think there's like 15 of them, 15 or 20 maybe. It's been a while since I've done it. But yeah,
do you have to complete the game first or not?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Oh man, I never knew that.
Yeah, I don't think, because they use it in college. They use it in college classes to teach about ancient Egypt. So I don't think you have to complete the story.
See, I need to go and play as Cleopatra now and take some more pictures.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I did a while ago. I was kind of, I think it was up by the pyramids, and it's a really great place to get awesome black and white portraits up that way, using the torch. Because otherwise, you're restricted to like the tiny little snippets you see in the game.
That's actually good though, isn't it? Because sometimes when you're playing a game, you want to take a picture of the NCPs, but take Final Fantasy 16 for instance, is you only see some NPCs within the cutscenes, and you really want to take a picture of those people. Oh, that's brilliant! I'm glad you've imparted that bit of knowledge on me.
Yeah, honestly, check it out, man. Because it really, I think there's like a few NPCs as well, like a random farmer and whoever else. There's a couple of like nobody NPCs that you can take pictures of.
Cool.
Not just, main characters. Yeah,
there we go, Gina. Gina, get on that Discovery tour, and that's going to give you more opportunities for portraits.
Yeah, but other than that, it sucks that Origins didn't get full tilt, because doing that would really help with. But other than that, I crop it.
Yeah,
that's the best way. But you can never really judge it by eye.
You can't. And I think if you're going to crop from a landscape shot for a portrait, whether you're on whichever console you're on, is always transfer that image via USB rather than through the console's app.
Yes.
Because if you're going to crop it, you need the bigger file size and the better quality file format. So that would be my tip for that. Is if you are doing that, is make sure you do it via USB.
Yeah, because otherwise it just turns it to garbage, doesn't it? Really.
Exactly. So, Jack, we have finished all those questions. Let's see who we've got on live who wants to ask you a question. We have a request. That request is from the one and only Cynthia Skywalker. Let's get her on. Let's see what magical question she has for you. Cynthia, are you there?
No.
No, she's got herself on mute. You're on mute, Cynthia.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. As soon as you guys let me speak, it just went mute, so I didn't hear my name being called.
So, what is your question for Bossman?
So Jack, my question is, and this is always something I'm interested in learning from people, is what like outside resources you might use to improve your virtual photography, such as like some people have taken art photography classes, some people learn a lot of things on YouTube, or some study movies and like the cinematography and color grading, pictures, paintings, whatever.
So I did a year of photography in college, way back when. I'd like to say that I refer to that, but I honestly can't remember any of it. But yeah, I'm a huge movie buff, so it's mainly movies.
That's cool.
I try to go for real cinematic shots whenever I can, but they're hard to pull off. But yeah, I'd say movies really. I got some favorite directors that I really like, so I try and do those. Try and mimic those as best as I can, really.
Yeah, that's really cool. They're really good inspiration.
Oh, definitely. You can do, because you're never going to run out of them. So each shot in a movie is different. Each director's different.
Yep.
So yeah, nice.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
Oh, that was my question.
So who are those directors, Jack?
So I really like David Eggers, who did The Witch, The Northman, and The Lighthouse. He plays with during shadow and light and all sorts. The Coen brothers I really like. Ridley Scott I really like. What's the guy? He did Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I don't know.
Oh man,
Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't
Uh,
know. We'll have to Google it.
yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, just a bunch of people, man. Yeah, like Scorsese.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's mainly those.
Yeah.
I say Robert Eggers and Coen brothers, really, my top ones.
Cool. Thanks for your question, Cynthia. We've got another request as well, Jack. We've got B's in the house.
Oh, I was just reading her comment of her question.
Is this question going to be about food? B, are you there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. How you doing?
Hey, so I actually have two questions. One question I think you saw on the comments. Did you
Yes.
answer that? I don't remember. Like I wasn't here in the beginning of the podcast. The podcast.
I did. I'm not sure, but how did I stumble upon
Yeah.
VP? Totally by accident. I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins. I realized there was a photo mode. Took a couple of pictures, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm going to share them to Instagram." And then I did that, and then I found people like Memento Gallery, beloved as Bayek, and then all of a sudden there was just like hundreds of people doing the exact same thing. So I thought I stupidly thought, oh, there's only going to be like 2 or 3 people doing this, and there was just hundreds and thousands of them. So yeah, it was totally by accident.
That is so sick. So my second question, real quick, is what's one type of VP you think is difficult for you to do, but you want to try and do it?
Minimalism.
Oh, really?
100, yeah. It's just it's obviously it's minimal, so it's in the name, isn't it? But I find it so hard to get right. And action shots, I suck at action shots.
Action
I
shots
can't do them.
are very difficult. I do agree. Yeah.
But I either do it too late, the angle's not right, they're pulling a funny face, it just doesn't look right, something's clipping. I just don't know how people, like, especially like Spider-Man and Jedi Survivor. Man, it's so bloody difficult. That's why I like still subjects, because they just don't move.
Stay still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why I like pots and pans and sand.
Pot pans and sands, because they're always the same, man. But action and minimalism. I really want to get good at minimalism, but I suck at it, so it's a bit of a deterrent.
Now we got to see some from you.
I've got a few. I'll share them later.
Share some on the thread later, just to put them out there. But you got some really good minimalistic ones from Ghost Recon Wildlands we were chatting about earlier. They're really good.
Yeah. Recon and Control. That's a really good game for minimalism. Origins. That's quite a good game for minimalism, especially the pyramids.
Definitely.
Yeah. They're probably my top 3 for minimalism.
Well, I think you're doing a really good job so far. Onwards and upwards. Yeah. Onwards and upwards. Who can we speak to about minimalism? Who does really good minimalist shots? Is it M? Is it M? M does really good minimalist shots.
M?
Yeah. I can't remember their Twitter handle, but their name is M. Oh, I can't remember. It's gonna. I'll send over to you, but they do really good minimalist shots.
So Play Pause Photo, I know she's listening at the moment. She does amazing minimalist shots in Red Dead Redemption. There's one I'm thinking of, which is a turtle, and that's fucking awesome. She does amazing shots.
There you go. You've got someone to speak to, someone to learn from.
So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on her work. I'm going to share some of her stuff.
Definitely, yeah. Share on the thread so we can all see it.
Yeah, so everyone can see, and go give her a follow because she's extremely talented.
Cool. Thanks, for your question, B. And we've got another request come in.
Nice.
We have got a request from Son OG.
Nice.
He's in the house. How you doing, buddy? You there? You good?
You good?
Jack.
Howdy.
Hello. What's your favorite issue from TPM so far?
Oh, god damn. I would have to say, oh, Jesus Christ. I'd have to say Naughty Dog.
Oh.
Solely because we did, we got some words from the vice president on some of Evie's shots, and it was just really great to actually have that from the vice president of the company comment on someone's shots from the community.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Wow.
I'll probably have to go with that. Yeah, it was a while ago now, but yeah, that was it'd be great to have more people comment, like more developers commenting on people's works.
Hey, I reckon we should probably around about October do a specialist issue for a certain web slinger. Maybe we can get some involvement from Insomniac.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. If only someone was listening, that could hook us up with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
in all seriousness, no, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a Spider-Man issue for quite a while because there's so much love for him out there.
Did I hear Spider-Man?
No, you definitely know.
No, don't do it. Don't tell him.
Okay,
don't tell him.
I thought I heard
hang on. We've got to hold the phone. Aaron wants to speak. Let's put you on, Aaron. Well, let's get you involved. We can join the conversation. Aaron, are you there? Can you hear us, Aaron?
Oh yeah, I'm right here.
Hey, buddy, how you
Hi,
doing?
yeah, no,
How's it
I
going?
I heard there was interest in something in October for a game. I don't know, something's coming out in October. Um, doing a little bit of VP something. So I will say, hey, let's talk and let's chat. We'd love to do something there. But really, not to stand by thunder here, I just wanted to take a quick chance opportunity to say that everyone here who has done virtual photography, whether it's for our games or for anything else, I admire all the work that you guys do, and I think that the fact that you guys do these community events and stuff, I think I admire it, and it's very inspiring, at least for me. Definitely gets the juices flowing for things in the future. So, just want to say, everybody, that you guys all do really great work, and hope you guys know it. And we do our best. I do my best to try to acknowledge it as much as possible. But sometimes, there's so much out there, and the algorithm doesn't always play in our favor. But hey, I do my best.
No,
Oh.
man, anything you do is great, man. I know we touched on it earlier, even just trying to keep on top of a community page. But, what you have to look after from Insomniac's point of view, literally that's mammoth. So, man, we get it. You can't be everywhere at once. Just any interaction and that we do get, we're just grateful for you. So thank you to you too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, really appreciate those words. So thank you. That means a lot, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, and as always, looking forward to seeing what you all do in the near and distant futures, and everybody here. I mean, please continue doing what you do. I really love it, and I'm not the best VP myself, but I try to jump in whenever I can, and I swear, like every time I see your posts, and whether again for our game or anything else, I'm always inspired to do better, and I get new ideas from you. I know there was a question about inspiration earlier for Jack, and for me, my inspiration for what I do is actually from this community. So thank you all so much for being a beacon of light for me as well, just because I love doing this too.
Oh man, thanks for that. Yeah, we'll definitely be in touch and have a chat around collaboration. Let's talk and see what we can get to happen.
For sure, let's do it to it. Not to rob the whole conversation. I will go
No,
back
no,
to
no,
my.
that's good. That's good, man.
Not at all, man.
I will. For now, I will go back to my game of Call of Duty. I've been kind of playing this in the background and jumping in and out. But yeah, love talking to you all, and
Cool.
hope to hear from you all very soon.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, sure thing.
So, Sun OG, sorry we took over there, man. Was that a good answer from Jack?
It was. I mean, it got him talking, so.
We know how much you love Spider-Man as well, man.
Yeah, you can't be on every page though, man. We maybe dedicate a couple, but
I mean, I didn't even know if I was going to be on a page, so hey.
We'll hook you up. We'll hook you up. Okay, we've got
your Spider-Man stuff's awesome, dude.
Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it, but this is your time.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. So we've got one more request in, final question, and that final question is going to come from Tom Green, VP. Tom, are you there? Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Tom?
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Hello, boys. Yeah, just a quick one. I wanted to know, what do you do to get yourself in the right frame of mind to take pictures in games? So sometimes you'd have that little bit of a, the little bit of a struggle to try and get over, to try and get in the right frame of mind to take some pictures. Do you have anything that you do to help you get in that mind state so you can go on like a gaming photography session, or do you just take them as it comes?
So I pretty much I try not to force it. So I'm kind of going through a bit of a rut at the moment, not being able to capture that stuff that I want. So I usually go back to comfort games. So my comfort games will be Assassin's Creed Origins. That always sparks like new ideas that I'll try then to transfer into other games that I wanted to take pictures in, and that's kind of led me into Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment. So yeah, just don't force it, because otherwise you're just going to end up hating it.
Yeah, and I think it's got to be, like we said earlier, and we've said it a couple of times today, is you got to do it because you love it. If you're going into a game specifically for a session and you're going all hard in just to play it, just to take a picture, you'll probably find 9 times out of 10 you won't get the picture you want out of that session. Do you generally plan, Tom, when you go in? Do you plan to go and play a game specifically to take shots, or?
I used to. Yeah, as I say, I took a break from it for a while. So just trying to sort of get back, trying to take as many pictures as possible at the minute. But yeah, I think you're probably right in what you're saying. Going into it without the plan of taking pictures is a lot better. I think if you go into it with just the idea of I'm going to do nothing else but take pictures, I think you find that you don't take as many as you hope. So I think you're right in what you're saying. You've got to enjoy gaming first, and then the pictures just come as a hobby, I suppose.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how I like to do it. Like, just capture what takes your eye. If you're playing if you're playing a story in something and something catches your eye, like, man, that looks really nice. Try and capture that. Just let it all come organically. Because like you said, man, it's you're gonna get really tired really quick.
And I think from what I can gather, Tom, you said you've had a bit of a break. Is that you've done the best thing? You know, if it gets too much and you're not getting shots you like, and it all feels a bit much, is the best thing to do is take a break. Like Jack said, go and play a comfort game, or just go and play a game without a photo mode. There's no pressure from anyone to take pictures and share them. If you need to take a break, if you don't want to take pictures, do it. It will come back to you when you're ready for it, and when you're in the right place, it will come.
Yeah, no, you're right. I feel like this past year or so, I've just been playing games that don't have a photo mode in them, and I feel like obviously with me just doing the pictures within the game for a while, that's what I was just buying games based on. So me love a game and sort of vanishes because you're just always obsessed with trying to get the first picture, trying to get a game with the photo mode, and not every game with the photo mode is necessarily one of the better games. Like some of them are, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I find it's just a lot easier to. I think now, as the older I've gotten, I'll play a game because I enjoy it, whether it's got a photo mode or not. But yeah, I just wanted to see what mind state you go into, in terms of if you haven't posted in a while, that used to bother me a lot. Maybe trying to get a post out every day. I'm not that fussed anymore. Yeah, I used to try and always thrive and be like obsessed with making sure I got a picture every day. But I feel like I just put it in. Then it's more quantity over quality. Then
Exactly, and I think it depends on what you want to get out of it as well. If you want to progress and maybe make some form of career out of it, or into the game industry, then yeah, maybe you do have to be a bit more consistent with your posting and a bit more structured. But if you're just in it for the love of game and snapping, man, yeah, just whatever suits you.
Yeah, that's it then, boys. Nice one. Anyway, I'm just gonna get off and watch the rest of this footy.
All right, man. Yeah, no worries. Cheers.
Nice
Cheers
one,
for
boys.
stopping by.
See you in a bit.
In a bit, man.
Cheers, buddy. Well, Jack, that's it. We've had the questions. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Obviously, I speak to you via text quite a lot. It's been good to have a little chat with you, learn a bit more about you.
Yeah, this has been fucking awesome, mate. This has.
But thanks, buddy. And this is what we're hoping to achieve from these interviews: is getting to know people a bit more. Likewise, you, me, everybody on the call asking questions gets to know everybody a bit more. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving us a bit more of an insight into Jack. And we'll speak soon, buddy. Take care. It's been great to have you.
Cheers, guys. Okay, yeah, catch you later.
Take it easy.
Bye.